Hello guys, S2WE here as your average consumer with your next casual consumer's perspective review. If you had followed my Instagram account at S2W, you already know that I was able to get through the Adidas Confirmed App here in Canada for one of the highly popular collaborative releases of this week. Today, I have the Adidas Human Race Holi NMD Chalk Coral by Pharrell Williams here for a review. Long story short, Pharrell and Adidas have always worked together to create an exclusive NMD line that revolves around the theme of humanity and peace. For the most recent collection of hues, short for Human Race, they have touched upon a traditionally celebrated Hindu festival, Holi, which is an Indian festival welcoming the beginning of spring, triumph over evil, and Thanksgiving for a good harvest. It is also popularly known as the Festival of Colors, as its tradition to throw colored powders at each other for the love, joy, and amusement that it brings collectively as a human race. Associating colors from this festival into the main motif of this collection to celebrate human diversity, along with Adidas, Pharrell has dropped a capsule of clothing and 4 notable sneakers for this Holi themed drop. The Blank Canvas Holi NMD came out first, a few weeks before this video's upload date actually, and I was lucky enough to do a review of those. But just 2 days before this video's upload date, the other 3 sneakers from the pack released as well, including the black and purple, pink glow, and the chalk coral that I have here with us, so let's take a closer look at these sneakers. In terms of the upper, just like the other Human Race NMD, the fabric sports a breathable knit construction that is very even and soft by touch. Visually, the upper is colorized by a mixture of shading that includes green, peach, and purple to imitate the aftermath of what the color powder from the festival would do to our shoes. The unique thing about this colorway is that the likelihood of another pair that will look just the same as yours is very minimal. Although the choice of color is the same, they want to make each pair casually unique to its wearer by emulating a random color blocking. So for example, some pairs may actually have more purple while others may have a lot more green. In any case, this knit is still a one-piece construction with the tongue embedded as part of the upper as well. But other than that, we will continue to see the staple text graphic print on the upper, and in this case, it's embroidered beautifully. On the right pair, we will see the word Hue, short for human, and essentially the nickname to Pharrell's entire collection with Adidas since the beginning. Whereas on the left pair, we will see a word in Hindi, pronounced something similar to Rang, which directly translates to color, which I find very meaningful as this whole capsule surrounds itself with the theme of colors and the festival of color. Also, if you've noticed, the length of the words are very short. In my opinion, the embroideries actually get in the way of the overall stretchiness of the knit, and because it's so short here, the upper on this pair is generally a lot more free-forming and sock-fitting with room for our toes and feet to flex around. Furthermore, similar to previous Hue NMDs, there's an internal toe guard that strengthens up the front of the edges of the shoe as well. At the back of the shoes, there's a piece of thin hanging leather found on all previous Hue NMD, a staple design to the silhouette. By touch, it is very plush and easy to crease as it's pretty soft, and on this leather are the branded prints of this collection, including the Adidas Trefoil logo on the right pair, while Pharrell's 3-stripe logo is seen on the left. Keeping the shoes tight and secured, this sneaker comes with a lime green rope lacing setup with 3M reflective outlines. The laces are tied over the top portion of the upper through a unique TPU midfoot caging setup that is very bendable by touch, so don't worry much about snapping the plastic apart. There are also various holes around the cage, so we can all create a unique lacing design if we wanted to. In any case, if you don't like the lace color choice, they do also come with another set of peach colored 3M lacing as well. Speaking about the cage, it is also connected to 2 molded EVA stability plugs on the lateral side, whereas there's only 1 on the medial side. Not only do they provide stability to the midsole cushioning, but it also provides that iconic NMD aesthetic that makes the shoe a lot more original by staying true to its lineage. Taking a look inside the shoe, there really isn't much difference from previous Human Race NMD releases. The non-removable insole embedded on top of the midsole consists of a colorful graphic print depicting a reflexology chart, which is a map of our foot with labeled areas corresponding to our organs and parts of our body. In short, it's a type of pressure point massage that they believe will create benefits for our health. While padding wise, there's no padding at all around the inner wall linings of the ankle or heel area, as it's just plain knit fabric for the upper. Last but not least, the midsole cushioning they've used continues the saga of Boost technology, which everyone knows by now is a responsive and spongy-like technology. However, since it is an NMD, they are muted pretty much by the stability plugs, so the bouncy properties won't be felt as obviously as some of the more profound Boost models such as the Ultra Boost, I-5923, or even Pure Boosts. Flipping over the sneakers, we have a bright peach coral NMD trail sole with exaggerated teeth that will grip on the floor more strongly during our urban adventures. I know, even though it does have a trail sole, I don't recommend using these to go hiking or anything intense, as you'll probably need a lot more support and lockdown for those journeys. These are definitely more for that modern cityscape lifestyle rather than performance. Anyways, here are some Adidas Human Race Holi NMD Chalk Coral by Pharrell Williams fit footage. Sizing wise, I don't know if it's fate or not, but even though I wanted to try out my true to size on the Confirmed app, it was only able to reserve me a half size down, which is what I've bought for my previous 3 human races. Lengthwise, I would recommend going half size down as it is pretty spacious inside. However, Y-footers like myself may want to stay true to size as the cage do irritate our arches, but I have yet to try on my true to size to see if that will minimize that annoyance. So that's just a precaution for Y-footers if you choose to go a half size down. Comfort wise, this particular colorway was more sock hugging I feel. I'm assuming it's because of the shortened embroideries found on the upper, so more of that stretchable knit upper is freely exposed rather than chained up by the stitching. However, because it does have a trail sole, the thick plastic underneath just makes the shoe a lot more heavy, which some may or may not like. At least it's more durable against the floor I guess. Cushioning wise, it's just your standard NMD midsole and comfort. And from my knowledge, a lot of people prefer this kind of firmness rather than a mushy feel too. So if you're part of that group, this shoe does provide a little better stability than other softer Boost models in my opinion. But price wise, these were $340 Canadian before tax. Unless you like the collab status, colorway, or the meaning behind this collection, it's a hefty price to pay for any sneaker connoisseur. It's an interesting conversation piece for sure. The bright colors of this shoe will definitely catch some attention, but I'll be honest, strictly looking at the comfort to value wise, these are certainly leaning on creating a fashion statement than an everyday casual beater. As always, throw me some likes if you like this video, and let me know in the comments if you took a W or an L on these and which one was your favorite out of the pack. From this powder dye collection, these chalk corals were my second favorite, my number 1 in terms of the meaning behind embroideries, but the pink glow takes my vote out of the 3. But if you include the whole Holi pack with the blank canvas colorway from the earlier launch, that simple and clean color combo just beats every colorway from this second release personally. That's it for today. S2W signing off.